My name is Fontcuberta, Joan Fontcuberta. I'm an artist from Barcelona, Catalonia. I'm interested in the conflicts of images and the reality they represent. I believe we live in a world made of images. So images are not just visual screens onto we project experience, but they transform and substitute the real environment. So this is creating a new situation in which we should learn how to survive. And my work is an attempt to provide a sort of first aid kit in that world, in that jungle of images. I'm interested in the specific experience of technological images because they provide a sense of evidence. They are very convincing. They believe that they relate to actual facts. But of course they are just cultural, ideological, intellectual constructions as any other human element of communication. I'm interested to subvert that idea, that trust, that sense that photographs or any other kind of technological recordings like video and cinema, that they provide an accurate transcription, literal transcription of reality. And to do so, I create fake or hoaxes which appropriate the language and displays of science, of politics, of mass media, and other authoritarian institutional platforms. So that the viewer is confronted with the problem of deciding what's real and what's fiction. Finally, I would say that it's a debate which is very contemporary because in the mass world, in the global world in which we live, I think that the sense that the frontiers between reality and fiction are vanishing.
Photography is a consequence of the techno-scientific culture which dominated 19th century. Positivism, naturalism, realism, all these kind of concepts are also a consequence of the same spirit. And photography was just a technological device to support, to embody, to shape all these concerns. That's the reason that we believe that photography provides evidence. I mean, it's a machine. We transfer the work to depict reality to a machine outside our body. And because of this distance, we believe it's objective. Now, a century and a half later, we realize that this is just a fiction, a convention. So my work deals about this kind of fiction. Since here in Amsterdam, I'm presenting this series on virtual landscapes, about geography, about the way we represent the territory, I have picked up a few projects dealing on nature as well. For instance, herbarium. Herbarium is a project I did in the early 80s, and I mix. Don't laugh, this is an actual specimen I photographed in Paris in the Museum of Veterinary, in Maison Alfort. I mean, this is real, a very dangerous reptile with a venomous, terrible. That's the reason it should be shot with a powerful telelens in the distance. So we arrive to the series I'm presenting here in Amsterdam, orogeny, which is a discipline of physical geography which takes care of the formation of mountains. In that case, I'm using not a camera, but a software which is a 3D renderer which deals with fractal geometry to translate cartographic data into volumes, into reliefs, into a three-dimensional relief, a grid. And I think that you will understand easily how it works. Imagine a map, and there's a code, a color code, a color chart, and every color refers to a certain altitude, right? And that this is interpreted by a software which translates color values, for instance, the tone, the chromatic range, and so, into heights, and this creates a grid, a relief grid. Okay? Imagine that you input in the computer the map, and this computer will translate a bidimensional image into a three-dimensional one, a model. It's the same system that is used for flight simulators and so on. A sort of experience of virtual reality. Okay? Now, that's the funny thing. I fool the computer, I trick the computer, and I don't fit a map. I fit an already existing landscape, for instance, a courbe. This means that the computer is silly and believes that this is a map and will interpret this courbe painting as considering a map with the same color chart as we saw before. So the project deals of picking up masterpieces in the history of art. For instance, this is Tapie's Materic landscape, and this creates a rendering, which is the picture that you see here. So this night landscape is the translation that the computer does of the Tapie's painting when it believes that it was a map with the color codes that we inputted in the software. Monet. Munch. And this is dealing also with the kitsch of landscape making. I mean, I think that we run out of, landscapes. Contemporary art is confronted with a crisis of representation of the place. And because of that, we think that the kitschy forms, the kitschy aesthetics that we find in postcards, in calendar plates, in touristical brochures, etc., conform the model we should follow when we confront ourselves to the landscape. No? Somehow the statement behind this series is that in order to depict reality, we no longer require to experience the natural forms, but instead to experience images, which were originated as reactions of these natural forms. This means that we live in a world of images. It's the culmination of Plato's caves ideas. Reality might exist, it might be outside there, but we are not handling with it. We are handling with the screens in between, with the images produced by artists, produced by image makers, which are now our memory, our immediate experience.